Hi ladies, welcome to today's video, and it's going to be a one brand tutorial on Catrice Cosmetics. So Catrice is a brand from Europe. Recently they have it here in Singapore, but they only sell it in Guardian. Generally they have affordable makeup in quite good quality. So I'm just going to start very quickly. This first product that I'm using is the Nude Illusion foundation from Catrice. It comes in this nice bottle and has a nice pump. I'm just gonna use this what is this called? Kind of like the spongy thing, and I'm just going to put some on it. So it comes out in kind of like, it looks kind of creamy. It's not too liquidy. So I'm just going to apply this all over my face. Now the claims for it is that it gives you, it's a light melting foundation with a soft focus effect, and it gives kind of a mattifying coverage, but not too much. So it's supposed to still look like your skin while making your skin look better and blurring out all the imperfections. So I'm just applying all of it on my face. Generally it feels quite light. It doesn't feel like oily or sticky or anything. It sets pretty fast though. It is not a very kind of rich, like full of oils and whatever, that kind of foundation. It's more like a light everyday foundation. Okay, so very quickly done already. It blends pretty nicely into the skin. So it does what it does. It's not a heavy coverage foundation, definitely. So it kind of just evens out the skin tone. So definitely you will need to add some stuff like concealer and things like that. So I have a little bit here. I'm just going to just take it and use it up. I quite like the packaging. The pump works very nicely. There's no issue here. I think this foundation, it's quite cheap, $10 or $12 Sing dollars. So it's pretty nice actually for this. It's 30 mils and it's quite good. Now, so the next product that I'm going to quickly go into is a kind of concealer highlighter kind of thing. This is the Catrice Retouch Light Reflecting Concealer. I'm not sure if you can see that, light reflecting concealer. Now, it's very similar to the Touche Eclair by, what's that brand called, YSL. So, of course, you have this kind of brush tip, and it's a clicker type that you just click, turn and click, and the product comes out from here. So it's kind of a more liquidy kind of concealer type. So I'm just going to apply this under my eyes, because I do have some eye bags, and here around the nose. Okay, it is definitely not a concealer for and maybe somewhere over here. Okay, it's definitely not a concealer for like blemishes and things like that. It's more of a concealer for under eye, and to also brighten any areas that you want to brighten up. So that's why I've put it in kind of the T-zone area. I'm just blending it in very quickly with my sponge. Definitely it's not a very high coverage kind of concealer, but it does what it does. It claims it brightens the under eye. And of course, around the nose, I had some redness that I wanted to conceal. Definitely it does that. Okay, so that is done. I think it works similar to the YSL one. As to which one is better, I'm not quite. I'm kind of like, I don't think I've used it enough to really tell you that, but I think definitely it is a decent product. Alright, so next thing, very quickly, we are just going to move on to maybe a bit of setting powder. I kind of like to set my makeup and concealer immediately before I do anything. So I have two different setting powders here. This is the Prime and Fine mattifying powder, and it claims to be waterproof. I'm not sure if that's true. Anyway, it's kind of this like light beigey almost white powder. And the other one I have here, this is the color correcting mattifying powder. So supposedly it has all these like green and red and whatever, and then you just mix them up, and it's supposed to brighten your skin. But anyway, today I'm just gonna use this the Prime and Fine. So very easily, I'm just gonna use this sponge for anything. I'm just gonna dab a little bit on the sponge, and then just lightly pat it, maybe to set the concealers and where I need it. I'm just going to use a very light hand to set the overall foundation with this powder. I don't think I have used this powder enough to tell you whether I think that it's fantastic or not, but I think as a powder itself, it's fine. I have no complaints about it. I'm not sure about the waterproof claims, so it's okay. Alright, so just a quick setting. I'm done with that. Alright, so, but it's really cheap. I think it does what it does. Okay, it says that it's supposed to mattify, and it's supposed to fit every skin tone and has a soft focus effect and has vitamins A and E. So not very sure if that is true, but it is cheap. There's the loose powder version if you prefer that. I think it works perfectly fine. Now, the next thing I'm gonna use is just to quickly use a bronzer, because these days I kind of prefer putting on a bronzer instead of a blusher, because blusher makes you look very made up. So I have this two bronzers. Okay, I don't like Catrice bronzers because there is this shimmery one. This is called the Sun Glow Shimmering Bronzing Powder. So it has this very nice texture on it, and you kind of mix it together and bronze your face. So this is the matte one, and I quite like it. It's kind of like a terracotta kind of color. So I'm gonna use both of it. So I'm gonna apply this first, and then I'm gonna apply the shimmery one on like the more high points. So I'm just gonna take the same sponge, just take some of that, and I'll just put this underneath my cheekbones, like kind of contour a little bit with it. Okay, so I'm not sure, once I move away from the light, it just doesn't pick up so well. I think the bronzers work perfectly well. The main thing about this brand is that they do all their makeup, and they do it at a very reasonable price. So for a bronzer, usually drugstore brands don't really do a lot of bronzers. At least in Singapore, the drugstore brands here don't do that. So yeah, so definitely it is a bit of a challenge if you want to find a cheap bronzer, because you're not someone who might think that you will use it all the time, and you end up buying a high-end one, and it ends up being placed aside because you might not really like it. I'm switching to the shimmery one now. So I think that Catrice definitely gives a very nice range. So I have applied a bit of the shimmery one, so I've taken a bit of excess. So I'm just going to put it all over my face first, and then I'm going to blend it in. So it looks like I've had more exercise than I actually do. Alright. So yeah, my face is now bronzed up. I like this. I'll recommend these. The only thing is for their powders, they do have talc in it, so people who can't use talc, you might have to watch out a little bit, but I'm fine with it. I don't have an issue. Now, I'm gonna move on very quickly. The next thing I'm going to show you is kind of their eyeshadow palettes. I have two of them, but I only have one here. This is the Absolute Matte eyeshadow palette. I think that Catrice eyeshadow palettes are really nice. The singles are nice. The palettes one, you need to choose kind of what's the color combination. Okay, so this one, Absolute Matte especially, I think it is so usable and so awesome, and I do think that it's a dupe for the Naked 2 Basics, because I have swatched it, and then I looked at them, I swatched them, and I realized that the colors are actually pretty similar, even though in the case they don't look very similar. But one swatch is quite similar, and the texture of Catrice eyeshadows are really nice, so I think that it's actually quite good. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to kind of use a quick brush to do this. So I'm gonna quickly start off with kind of the middle color, just apply it all over my eyelids very quickly. Definitely, this eyeshadow palette is very user-friendly. You can just use each eyeshadow on their own. You know, you can blend. The eyeshadows are quite blendable. I don't have an issue with them. I think the quality of eyeshadows, so the price is great. I mean, this palette is only $9.90. So once that color is on, I'm gonna move on to a darker color and just apply it kind of halfway on the back of my eye. Not the back of my eye, like the tail end of the eye. So just very quickly, just put it here. It just brings the color a bit deeper. Okay, and on this eye as well, very quickly. Okay, I'm gonna go to this kind of brown color and just use it to kind of blend it into the crease. As you can see, it blends pretty nicely actually. Okay, so I'm going to do the other side as well. Okay, I kind of messed up a little bit over here. Just trying to rub off some of that. Okay. I'm just going to use my blender to kind of touch up a little bit here. Alright, so the eyeshadows are kind of done. Very nice. There's a lot of things you can do. If you want to add highlight, definitely you can use the white or the pink. Maybe I'll just add a little bit of highlight very quickly, a bit of the pink in the middle of the eye. So just kind of brighten it up a little bit. Just blend it in. It is very pigmented, it blends well. I don't see an issue with this, so I pretty like it actually. So now, very quickly, I'm just gonna move on to the next item, which is the eyeliner pencil. I really love them, but I only love this particular one called the Long Lasting Eye Pencil Waterproof. Long Lasting Eye Pencil Waterproof. These are the ones that are like the twist up ones, and these last really long. They really are waterproof. They are actually quite smudge proof as well, but because for me, I do tend to sweat a lot and things like that, so I do get a bit of smudging, but it's kind of one of the better ones of all the various kinds of this sort of eyeliner pencils I have. So I think if your skin is a bit drier or you don't live in such a hot climate that you probably won't find any issues with it. So I have this in the color, let me see what's the color here, Brown Town Girl, and I have another one also. This is a more bronzy color. This is Karate with Bronzely, pretty nice also, but I'm going to use the Brown Town Girl today and just line my kind of the waterline, the upper waterline. So I'm just going to do this real quickly. It draws very nicely, quite creamy. And I think the size of it is precise enough such that you actually you can get away without doing any sharpening, any sorts like that. So it's a pretty nice pencil actually. So just a little bit here. Just gonna draw a little on my lower eyelid. Very nice. So it's actually really cool. I'm not putting on a lot today, just for the purpose of this look, right? But definitely worth checking out. These are like really cheap, less than $5, and they work as well as like something that might cost, you know, $40, like the Marc Jacobs one. So I think that, you know, I feel that definitely that one is more gliding and things, but the stability and the color, I think it's on par, so there's no need to buy something so expensive. Also, they have a sharpener at this end, I think. Okay, I can show you here. Yes, so if you want even more precision, of course, you can sharpen the little the lead inside. Alright, so moving on very quickly. There's a lot of products, so I'm just trying to not make this too long. I'm gonna actually draw on my eyebrow, and this is the Catrice eyebrow pencil. It's called the Eyebrow Stylist. It has 3 colors. I think the color I have is 040 Don't Let Me Brown. Basically, it's a kind of pencil. You have to sharpen this, and you have a kind of spoolie at the back. I find the spoolie very useful. So I kind of like this color quite a lot because it fits me right now in terms of my hair color and stuff. I'm just kind of filling in my eyebrows very quickly. I just recently kind of shaved some parts of the unruly bits of my eyebrows, so that it looks a bit better, because I'm really not good at tweezing them, so I decided, you know, shaving them will be a bit easier and less of a hassle. Okay, so something like this actually gives quite a natural color already, and I'm just going to comb it out very quickly. And that looks pretty good already. Okay, now that eyebrows are done, we are going to quickly move on to actually mascara. And kind of the mascara is, I have just tried it out, so kind of its very first impression, but I think it's pretty good. This is the Better Than False Lashes. It sounds kind of like, you know, a dupey name. Better than sex, better than false, you know. But it's very nice. I got a waterproof version because, as you know, I like my stuff to be industrial strength. So this is what it looks like. The inside it has this big bristles. I quite like the formula, so I'm just going to quickly show you here, very quickly. Okay, so that's 2 coats of mascara. Actually, I think it looks pretty nice. I don't curl my lashes because I think they're quite curled already, so I can skip that scary part. yeah, I definitely think it volumizes, it lengthens a little bit as well. So I think it is actually a, you know, it's really quite good for its price. It was only, how much was it? Just over $10, $12, something like this. Or was it less than $10? No, I think it was less than $10. Yeah. So I think it's really worth it for mascara, because if you go to buy Maybelline, it's gonna be like $20 as well. Yeah, the last thing I'm gonna do here is to put on lip products. So I'm gonna show you some lipsticks, because I'm more of a lipstick girl. So there are two different ranges. There's the black color one, the kind of the newer silver color. So this black color is called the ultimate color. It's supposed to be like more of a matte range, so the colors that you get here will appear more matte. So I'm just going to show you these two colors. So I have this kind of newer color, this 380 called Nude Tastic. I find this like to be quite a dupe for the Tom Ford, what's that called? I have it here. Yes, the Tom Ford lipstick that is called the Sable Smoke. So I have it here. I find that in terms of color and texture, they are quite similar. This is a little bit lighter, but definitely nice texture. It smells definitely different, but the colors are good. Because I personally use this, and I would actually use the Catrice one if I ran out as a replacement for it, because this is $70. This is, I can't remember, less than $10. Yeah, really good. And also I have another color here. This is the 240 Hey Nude. They have quite a good selection of nude colors in this ultimate color range. And this one is kind of also a kind of dupe for the Tom Ford Blush Nude color, but I don't have it here right now. So they are very nice, very creamy. I'm gonna show you a couple more. This is from the other range. This is the Luminous range. Supposedly they have some kind of hydrating formula in it, but it's kind of glittery colors. So I have this purplish color. So you can see actually the glitter in there. It's called Meat Violetta. I think maybe I'll just swatch it very quickly here. And you have also, I also have this other one, Dress Code Nude. And it is this kind of nude lipstick, but quite glittery. So for the Luminous range, it's actually more sheer. Okay, so more sheer and quite glittery and kind of glossy. So okay, that's a stupid place to swatch. So the purple one, you can see the glitter. The nude one is kind of just more glossy. I'm just going to quickly show you these from the kind of matte, more matte collection. So very quickly, they are very pigmented and nice. Okay, they are very pigmented. So this is from the Ultimate Color collection. They are very pigmented and creamy and nice. So these are nude colors. So they look really light, but they really are nice. So what I'm gonna use today, I'm gonna use 380. This is really my new favorite, and I'm just gonna apply it very quickly all over the lips. If you like the creamy texture of the Tom Ford lipsticks, I think you will appreciate this one as well. However, the color, of course, the Tom Ford one is a bit creamier, the texture will adhere a little nicer. For this, you do see a bit of, you get a little bit of crackling. It doesn't exactly fill out the whole lips, but I think I'm fine with it. It's kind of, even though they say that this black color, this ultimate color range is supposed to be matte, but it's not really matte. It's kind of a creamy kind of setting. So I really like it. I think that it's really great for being everyday, and it has a very nice nude range as well. So I think, wow, that's a very long tutorial, but I have covered everything. I really like Catrice. There are some things I haven't tried. I have heard that their primers are really good. Haven't tried that yet. The blushes look good too, but because color range is kind of is very normal. I think I have too many blushes of the same type. That's why I didn't get it. They also have a really nice eyebrow kit, with the eyebrow powder and stuff. But they have sold out, and concealer kit as well, where they have correctors and concealers together. So overall, I really think that it's a very nice makeup range. It's very affordable. You can find definitely some dupes, definitely already, and really decent stuff. So I don't know how they do it, but I am a supporter right now. So I hope you have enjoyed the video today. Hope it's of some, help to you, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!